Alrighty, it is Tuesday, the first day of October, but I have to go back to Monday really quick. So after I record audio, I cleaned up my workspace area while Monica made salad. I line arted while she read one more chapter of the American Girl book. This story is starting to make a point, but it also feels like it's going full circle without accomplishing anything, which is just frustrating. But she's finally developed a relationship with her cousin, which is like the only thing I got out of this. So yeah, I went back on at 7:20. I scanned and edited the line art. I unloaded the phone. I colored in Marie's profile a little bit. I didn't get to work on the audio at all last night. We were too busy watching stuff. I eventually went to sleep. I didn't see what time it was, and we went to bed. It was pretty late. I woke up at 6. I was trying to get up in the middle of the night, but like the few times I did wake up, I just didn't have the energy to actually get out of bed. So yeah, I got up at 6:30. We ate breakfast at 7, and then we left at 7:30 for the Anaheim Town Square Plaza. The first place that we went to, though, was Walgreens, because we wanted to get that one Squishable that we saw that was a nutcracker. His name is Logan, but we don't like that name, so we named him Johan. He's so cute. Okay, so we hit Target. We got everything that we needed at Target, including the pillows, and then afterward we hit Northgate and we got the water. It turns out we really didn't need to get water just yet. We had a few more days. It's just that we both misread the calendar without looking at the water supply first. So we have water for like almost 2 weeks now. Ugh, so annoying. So yeah, we ate a light snack, which was mostly just popcorn and chicken, and then we left for the bank and then Vaughn's. So we got the rest of the groceries that we didn't have at Vaughn's, and then we got home sometime around like 10:40. I worked on the audio up until I didn't keep track of when I stopped. I could say that it was between like 12 and 1. I don't really remember. I do remember we ate lunch during that time. So that's all I really remember. I can't remember when I got off specifically, but when I did, I compressed my video, and then I started working on the drafts for pages 1, 2, and 3. Technically I had started them the day before, so I just finished them. And then I worked on random drafts throughout pages 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. I didn't do the ending, though, so the last 4 or 5 pages I didn't work on. We read more of that American Girl book. We only have one chapter left, and the thing that bugs me about this is that a charm bracelet was in the story, but it was in the beginning and it's in the ending, and that's it. It does not make any appearances throughout the book, and it just frustrated me because there was too many opportunities for it to come up, and it just never did. It just I want to get mad, but I'm trying not to. Okay, so we rested until 4:50. My video completely finished compressing by that point. And I went on to scan and print out the drafts, but Monica decided to go throw out the trash, so I'm trying to record as fast as possible. The computer is still on, so I need to go on, upload the video. I need to print out pages 1, 2, and 3. And I think that's virtually it. I'm so mad I did nothing for chapter 80 for the last few days of this vacation. I have to wait until Thursday, which means I have a really small, narrow window of time to complete 80 and 81 before I have to start working on 80. It's terrible. Oh my god. I really hope I can get them done within the first week of this chapter. I don't know if I'll be able to have time, though. I'm trying to make it easier on myself by doing these pages early. So that might work. It might make things worse. I don't know. Other than that, Monica completed coloring in on the liner I did yesterday, so that I have to do eventually. I don't know when. I don't think soon, though. Is there anything else that's on my mind? No, not really. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Wednesday, but I have to go back to Tuesday really quick. So, after I recorded audio, I scanned 2 pages that I had printed out to line art. Those 2 pages I got them really quickly because they weren't that difficult. And then I got off at 7. I was hoping to be back on a few hours later, but I spent the night arguing with Monica, which made it really hard to go to sleep. So by the time that I woke up, it was like almost 3. So I ended up finishing and assembling the pages by 3:50, and then I got off. And then I woke up sometime around 5 or 6. I got out of bed at like 6:30. We ate breakfast. I colored until 9. I colored pages 2 and 3. She colored, I didn't see how long she was coloring for. I think I got done before her though. So, I wrote a bit of the chapter 80, and then I crashed. I woke up at 12 noon. We ate lunch, and then I colored in. I finished shading pages 2 and 3, and then I colored in page 1 up until 2 o'clock. And so I got off. We read the end of that American Girl book. So it ended with her going with her family to see a monastery, and then as they were leaving to go back to America, her mom found the dog that went missing, and she got it checked up so it can travel. So it was going back to America with them. That was it. This book ended right there, and it just left me feeling like this is a mess. By the end of it, she decided that she wanted to make a business selling specific French style pastry, which felt like, okay, how are you going to get your friends to do that though? Because like her friends wanted to do something they all could do, and they didn't feel like they could bake too. I feel like the dog walking business was a good idea. They should have stuck with that. So yeah. I drew up to pages 4, 5, and 6, and then I drew page 7, and then page 12. So, like, from 8, 9, 10, and 11 are still not done yet. I still have to do those. So, yeah. I went back on at 4, I scanned, and then I finished the artwork for pages 1, 2, and 3 at 5. I'm still on. I just realized I hadn't recorded yet, so I'm doing this right now. I'm glad I got something done for chapter 80. I don't know if I'll be able to go further tomorrow. I really hope that I can, because like certain topics brought up in the conversation are not well fleshed out, and I know what I want to say, but I'm trying to keep it down for this page and I'm writing on, and I'm hoping that I can expand on it a little bit more on the computer. Is there anything else that's on my mind? No, I guess that's virtually it. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Thursday, but I have to go back to Wednesday really quick. So, I went back on, I completed the effects for pages 1, 2, and 3. I got off at 5:30, rested until 8. I started line arting pages 4, 5, and 6, and I got tired and crashed at 9. I was hoping to wake up at 12, and I did. I woke up at 11:50, sort of, and then I went back on to line art. I scanned page 4 at 12:11, page 5 at 12:30, and then page 6 by 1:07. I got off immediately. My hope was to be back on between 4 or 5 o'clock just to set up the pages, but instead I woke up at like 5:50. So, I jumped to go assemble the pages. Monica got up sometime around 6:30, and once I was done with the pages, I passed them off to her, and I went straight to texting pages 1, 2, and 3. I completed 2 pages, 1 and 2, and then I stopped to eat breakfast. We watched a bit of YouTube. We split up at 7:30. I finished and loaded the pages at 7:50, and then I got off to work on the chapter 80 script up until the point in which Monica got off at 8:30, and I did not finish what I was writing. All I did was just clear up a better draft of it, because that was a rough draft, so I made a more cleaner draft of it. I still need to figure out how to segue into the next topic, and it feels kind of clunky, and I think I should, talk it out or go back through my notes and try to like listen through how I was able to do it, because like the nature of the dialogue has changed. So yeah, we ended up walking around the house for like an hour up until 9. We ended up eating a bit of mango, and then we split up at 10. I resumed work on chapter 8 until 11. Then I went back on to color and to shade in pages 4, 5, and 6. I shaded until lunch. We stopped to eat, and we watched the finale of Carol and Tuesday. It was not an impressive ending. I mean, at a technical level, the idea was endearing, but like when you really think of how the series started all the way up into how it ended, it felt like it just did not feel substantive enough. It just felt so lacking, and like I was kind of frustrated with it, because it's like we waited so long for this 7 minutes miracle, and like it was kind of pathetic, the setup, And I know the whole issue is that it was them working up to meeting all these people to put this together, but it also felt like it felt so weak by the end of it. It just felt like, what was all this? All this was for that? Even the reveal of Tal and Angela sort of being siblings, sort of, because they were created designer babies in order to be perfect, and like it just felt so, I don't know, unnecessary. I don't know how to explain it. All I know is it felt flat, so flat. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of prefer him being her brother. I feel like that was refreshing. But if they're trying to say that they're, perfect and they're perfect for each other as a couple, I'm like, no, that doesn't feel right. But it does explain why he didn't bother trying to come to her at all, because like, aside from the fact that he's in trouble and he can't come to her, I do feel that from him as a standpoint being a brother, it makes perfect sense why he wouldn't come to her aid. So yeah, I don't know. So we got off at 1:20 and then we wandered around for an hour again until 3. So but my computer's on. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna finish off the effects for pages 4, 5, and 6, and then I need to switch over to finishing the drafts for pages 7, 8, and 9. 7 is ready, 8 and 9 are not. And then I'm thinking about also doing the drafts for 10 and 11, because the draft for 12 is done. I'm still trying to get this script 80 done before the end of this week. I'm hoping that because I actually have managed to cut out some time to work on it, I'll have more time tomorrow. Knock on wood. Sometimes it doesn't work out. I don't know. I'm just got to figure it out. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Friday, but I have to go back to Thursday really quick. So after I record audio, I finished the artwork for pages 4, 5, and 6. I got off at 5. I completed the drafts for pages 8, 9, and 10. All I have left to do is page 11. By that point, I was way too tired. I rested up until 7. I went back on at 7:35, and then I scanned the pages. I printed them out, line arted page 8 and scanned it at 9:31, and then I got tired and got off at 9:40. I slept until 12:40 a.m. I went back on to line art pages 7 and 9. 7 was almost done, so I scanned that one. I scanned it by 1 o'clock. I didn't see exactly, I just guessed it was 1. I realized by the time I scanned page 2 at 1:20, I realized I didn't write down when I scanned page 7, so I just guessed. I finished and passed the pages off to Monica at 1:46, and then I got off at 2 and went straight to bed. I woke up at 6. And I tried to get Monica out of bed, but I couldn't even get myself out of bed. We both didn't get up until like 6:40. We were both fucking tired. I don't know why she was so fucking tired. I know why I was fucking tired. But yeah, I went back on to finish the Thursday pages. I stopped to eat breakfast. We watched a bunch of random YouTube stuff. I completed and loaded pages 4, 5, and 6 at 8:20. I got off to work on the chapter 80 script. I felt weird about it. I didn't get to work on it again until after we took a shower. We took a shower at like 9. And then I came back and I did some brainstorming, and then I went and I tried to rewrite the entire thing as a summary first, and then I liked it, so I decided to rewrite the whole script again. The trouble is that I'm still having a hard time landing it. I don't really know what I want the takeaway to be, because like Maurice said something like positive to Fuir, but I feel like Fuir is not in the mental capacity to accept it because he just had a bad interaction with Simon. So it makes me feel like something else has to be the takeaway. I don't know if he should enforce that he's going to leave after this, because originally in Simon's script he was supposed to tell Simon, but I didn't have the space to put it in. I ran out of paper by that point. So I'm thinking if he tells Marie that he still insists on leaving, then that just raises an issue for Pasha, because Pasha just met Marie and Shasta and he is excited that they're related to each other. So I feel like that would probably be the only other thing I can possibly bring up. I'm not really sure. I have to give it some more thought, because like I just need to see what fits first. And tomorrow is the only time I have left to type this out, because Sunday we're doing pages 1, 2, and 3 of chapter 79. And on Monday we're doing laundry. I don't know. Between Sunday and Monday, I run the really large risk of falling behind on that chapter. So I don't know. I think I might take out an extra day as a buffer to try to like get everything back in order again. But I would probably have to update the schedule for that. I don't know. So yeah, I went back on at 11:30. We ate a little bit, and then Monica hit Northgate to get something. I worked until she got back sometime around 12, and then I got off at 11 because both of us, for some reason, felt extremely tired. I think I said, I don't know why she's tired. I know why I'm tired. I didn't get very much sleep. So I crashed, and I woke up at like 3:14. I gave myself 2 hours to finish pages 7, 8, and 9. By 4:40, I had completely added all the effects. The problem is I haven't like cleaned up any of the effects. I have way too many layers. I need to delete some of these layers because the files are very laggy. So now I'm here recording. It's almost 5. Monica told me she's having problems with her computer's audio. For some reason, the audio completely broke and disabled. So she has to download all these different things to fix it. And like, I'm still confused about why that would happen to her. It's so odd. I'm not sure if it was like a virus thing or whatever, because if it is, then we're going to have to like clean her computer in some way to fix that. That's so frustrating. I don't think she malware scans as often as I do. I do malware scans like once or twice a month. And I don't know. I think she probably doesn't like maintain her computer as well. She also goes to places like Board Panda, and they force you to look at ads, and some of those ads might actually have malware. I don't know. Is there anything else that's on my mind? What else do I need to do? Okay, so after this, because I'm gonna be on a break for an hour, I have to come back around like 6. But I need to do page 11. It's only 2 panels I need to do, so I should be able to get through it pretty quickly. I think I might need a reference for it at worst, because it's a scene depicting where Warren is. And then, what else is there? What else is there that I need to do? I think because since that's such an easy thing, I should just already start working on pages 1, 2, and 3. We're planning on going to the Anaheim Plaza tomorrow because Monica needs to get stuff. She needs shoes from Walmart, because we said we would get those. And then she needs to get a new knife from Daiso. And we also need laundry money. So I figure we're going to pull out 20 and then try to get it broken at Daiso so we can have laundry money. We do have a $10 bill in stash right now, but we don't want to spend it because it's $10. So, yeah, I know it's frustrating. But like, we're trying to save all the recycle money that we make. Is there anything else that's on my mind? I want to get stuff at Daiso, but like, I don't really know if they're gonna have the things I want, because like I'm still looking for a specific type of journal refill for my I got the zipper book, and like I would need to like bring a template of how big the book is to know exactly what kind of like size book I would need for it. I know it's a weird size. I don't have very many books in the same size as this specific book, and they're definitely not as thick as this book. This book is pretty thick, so I'm gonna check those. So other than that, I don't know if there's anything else that we might need to get there, because I feel like most of the stuff that we got. So what else is there? Is there anything else that's on my mind? I'm trying to think. Anything else of importance? So, like I said, my goal is to try to get the script for chapter 80 done by Monday, because we're doing laundry, until I can take that time to, storyboard while we're there. And then I have narrowly, I'm going to say, because it takes like 4 days to do each chapter, I'm going to have 8 days to complete the script for chapter 81, which I already have all the plot beats in mind. I know in what sequence they're supposed to go in. I just haven't had a chance to like sit down and work on it. And lately I've been trying to think of like more things the characters can say to each other. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating. Is there anything else that's on my mind? I'm trying to think. What else is there? What else is there? What else is there? No, I think that's virtually it. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Saturday, but I have to go back to Friday really quick. So, I recorded audio and then I checked on Monica. She had fixed the audio on her computer. She got off at like 5:40, so I walked around till 6:30, I think it was. I went back on at 7:20 and then I printed out and line art up until like 9. Monica got up to hang out with me around like 8, and then we went to bed together after that. I woke up at 12:20 and then I went on to finish and scan the pages. I scanned page 10 at 12:50 right as Monica was getting up to use the restroom. She came to get some water and she was telling me that the bed mattress was making her back burn. So she just had to sleep on the floor. She ended up sleeping on the floor on her side of the bedroom, and she used all the new bedding that we were supposed to swap to in November. So it's open now. So yeah. And then I finished and scanned page 12 at 1:30, page 11 at 2:11, and then I assembled and passed the pages off to Monica at 2:44. The trouble is that I acknowledged that I only had, if I wanted to do the storyboard on Monday for laundry day, I needed to have the script done before Monday. And the only time I could logically see doing that was Saturday, because Sunday I was going to be working on pages 1, 2, and 3. So I was like, okay, I only have tomorrow to complete the script for chapter 80. So I stopped to complete pages 7, 8, and 9 first. I wasn't going to worry about that in the morning. I got off at 3:40. Right before I could text any of the pages, I was just way too tired. So yeah, right as I was getting off, boom, my computer wanted me to update, and so I had to stand there and wait for it to finish updating so I can go to bed. It was so upsetting. So yeah, I woke up at 6:20. I got out of bed and on at 6:30. I went straight to typing out the script for chapter 80, or at least I tried to. The first thing my computer wanted to do was update. I typed up until the point of Weir's monologue. I felt like everything beyond Murray assuring Pasha that he saved Byron, everything after that did not fit. And it was basically just Weir explaining his feelings towards Byron and losing him as an employee to Philippe, because like they were talking about that earlier. But I also felt like it opened up the window for a conversation to happen too early. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to cut everything from this point. So that meant I can move on past that scene. So I hadn't wrote any of the other scenes yet. So I ended up just switching back to pages 7, 8, and 9. I ended up putting text in them and loading them, and I had them finished at about like 8:21 after breakfast. We ended up just watching a bunch of random stuff on YouTube during breakfast. So after we split up, I got off at like 8:30. Monica didn't end up getting finished until 8:50. During the time that I was off, though, I ended up writing the scene where Clotilda meets up with LaBelle and Philippe, and then I was going to switch to the scene with Fauna, but like at that point Monica was done, so we're like, okay, we said we would go to Anaheim Plaza on the warmest day of the week, which is technically Sunday, but we ended up deciding to go on Saturday anyway. So the first thing we did when we got there, we got lunch at Subway. So while she was ordering, I worked a little bit on the Fauna scene, but I didn't get very far into it. So we ate. We left at 10 to go to the bank first. We pulled out a 20. We spent it at the bakery so we can break the 20 to get extra laundry money. Then we went to Daiso. She got the knives that she wanted. Oh my god, they cut so smoothly compared to her old knife. She has to really struggle with the old knife to cut through a cucumber, but like she cut through the cucumber so easily with the new ones. So we looked around for a little bit. It wasn't very much different or new. Afterward, we hit the 99 Ranch Market, which is basically an Asian market. So we were curious to see what snacks they had, because we always try to find as many Asian snacks as possible. She ended up finding the Hello Pandas, for cheaper than where she usually finds it. So she got those. And then we left and we hit Walmart. We got her shoes and we got some popcorn chicken again. But as we were leaving, I pointed out to her that we forgot to get a new umbrella because, like, right as we were leaving the ranch market, our current umbrella that we use for to block the sunlight, it broke. So she went and bought a new one, the same exact one, because it was only $2. And I was like, I thought you were going to get a bigger one. I thought we agreed to get a bigger one because last time we were at Walmart, we were like, oh, they have big ones and they're pretty cheap. So now we have the same umbrella again. So we got home sometime around 12. I colored until 2. We did eat a little bit. She cooked the chicken for breakfast. And then she joined me. We watched a bunch of stuff. And then we got off sometime around like 2. We agreed that we would go back on at 4. I sketched through pages 1, 2, and 3. And then we crashed at 3 o'clock. I tried to wake up at 4, but I woke up at 5. So that's what time it is right now. I'm recording audio. This is the 5th recording. That means that the last recording is tomorrow. I'm in a shit position. I am not done with pages 10, 11, and 12. I still have to do page 12. I have to do all the effects for it. But I have to switch over to doing pages 1, 2, and 3 now because like my resolve is always to switch objectives by around 6 o'clock. And by that point, I should be already working on the next set of pages. I'm hoping I can get through this pretty quickly because there's just one page that's literally just flashbacks. It's Flora and she's standing over a series of flashbacks. So I'm hoping that goes well. I'm just like, I feel like between the 3 pages, I feel like page 2 is the more tedious one. There's a lot of stuff going on that. So I have to go work on that. Tomorrow when I record the 6th audio, I need to switch over to editing audio. And by Monday, I need to be compressing that stuff. So I don't know what position I'm going to be in by that point. I don't know if I can get any of the current things I'm working on done early so I can be working on the script. All I know is that the script not being done today means that I can't do the script on Monday. Not unless I can finish the script tomorrow, which is impossible because I'm also working on page 1, 2, and 3. So, this is bad because like after chapter 79, I have nothing to work on. So, I need to get the script done. I'm gonna say by Monday. And then I have to hurry and do the storyboard. But I need to do that all in my own time, which is technically not good. That means that one of these nights I have to pull an extra all-nighter to finish the stuff that's not done, so that I don't have a backlog. What else is there? Is there anything else that's on my mind? No, I guess that's virtually it. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Sunday, but I have to go back to Monday really quick. So after I record audio, I went back on to start pages 1, 2, and 3 for chapter 79. I had a little free time, so I worked on pages 10, 11, and 12 until 6, but as soon as 6 rolled around, I switched objectives. I scanned and printed out, and then I line arted page 3 at 6:32 and scanned it. And then page 1, I line arted and scanned it at 7:30. Got off. I was hoping to be back on sometime around like 10. I actually managed to succeed, but I also had a really creepy ass dream. Then I worked on page 2, which was the last page I needed to do, but I kept getting distracted. First off, my first distraction was Monica waking up sometime around like 11. We ended up talking, and then she went back to the bedroom for a moment, but then she came back at sometime around like, I think it was like 1. She came back around 1, so I ended up scanning page 2 at like 12:30. I didn't need to take that long to do it. It wasn't that difficult. And then she came back at 1, so we were watching stuff, and I assembled the pages, but because she was still watching something, I couldn't like pass it off to her and get off. I ended up coloring in page 3 because it was the easiest of the pages, and then I quickly sprinted through a bit of page 2. So I gave her page 1 and 2 to do, and then I got off at like 1:30. I was so damn tired. So I woke up at 6:40. I went back to work on page 10, 11, and 12. I stopped to eat breakfast. We watched the first episode of that pet store isekai thing, and I don't think I'm gonna wanna watch this. It seems kind of bleh. I mean, it's funny, but it also feels like it's not checking my boxes. And I know that Konosuba was very similar. It's written by the same guy. Konosuba didn't strike all my boxes either, but like it eventually grew on me, so I don't know. I kind of feel like it doesn't seem as charming. I mean, it's new, but it doesn't seem as charming. Alrighty, so we split up sometime between 7:30 and 8. I know that we started the day very, very late. I ended up finishing and loading pages 10, 11, 12 around like 9:30 something. And then I typed out the scene with Clotilda reuniting with Philippe and LaBelle. I don't know if I like what I wrote. I kept thinking, wow, I could have them talk about something a little more engaging than this. I had a really hard time trying to figure out how to segue it back to Fauna, because there's LaBelle and Clotilda are supposed to talk about her, and it's just a segue back into her. And then now I have to do her scene. The thing that makes me mad is I didn't manage to get this script done today, so I'm definitely doing it tomorrow for laundry, and it makes me kind of mad because I really, really want it done. There's actually a lot of things I didn't get done today, which makes me even angrier. But I'll explain why in a moment. So, Monica got off sometime around like 10. We ate a light lunch, kind of like an early lunch, then we left for the bank. We deposited $400 from the stash, and then as soon as we got home, I ended up buying a new mattress. So with California state tax, the whole thing came out to like $407. I paid through PayPal, so like the Patreon money ended up covering the tax basically. So yeah, we have a new mattress coming. It's coming between like the 23rd to the 30th of this month. So Monica's gonna be sleeping on the floor for a while. I, on the other hand, am not having problems with this mattress at all, so I'm going to continue using it, but she's having lots of problems with it. What else is there? Okay, so before we came back from the bank, we hit Vaughn's. We got home at like 11:30, and I ordered the mattress. I completed pages 2 and 3 sort of, and they're still sort of not done. I haven't done the landscape scenes for page 2. Page 3 is almost done though. And then I got tired and got off at like 1:50, so it was practically 2. We both crashed, and I got up at like 3 something. I think it was like 3:30 something. I went back on around 3:50 something, so it was practically 4. And then I worked until 6, but nothing got done. So page 1, the artwork for it is completed. I just need to add the text. Page 2, like I said, I have to do that landscape scenes for that, and then finish it. But page 3, I just, before I got off, I was looking for some flashback scenes for that, which caused me to flip through all of volume 7, which made me realize, wow, volume 7 is really engaging. There's like so much going on with that. I didn't even realize it while I was working on. All I knew is that it was difficult and I was fucking tired. That's all I really remember. Okay. So yeah. So first thing I did after I got off was I started sketching through pages 4, 5, and 6. Pages 6 and 4 are done. Page 5, 2 panels require a really short, brief fight sort of struggle scene. Not really a fight scene, like an assault scene. Because like Shasta tries to pass by Fauna, and then she kicks the crap out of him. And like I only have 2 panel space to do that. So I need to draw through that, but like at the moment I'm too tired to think of the poses for it or how I want to view it. I don't know if I want to show him in distress or not. Definitely when she lets him go, he looks distressed. So yeah. So now I'm recording audio. It should be almost 7. This is what I need to do. I need to unload this phone. I need to start editing the audio, and I need to do all of that on top of everything else, which is, I'm trying not to be angry, but I'm getting kind of angry and frustrated because, like, I'm not done with pages 1, 2, and 3. I have to start pages 4, 5, and 6 and the audio, and all that together, it just feels like too much. And then tomorrow I have to wake up early, go to the laundromat, and then while I'm there, work on the scripts for chapter 80 and 81. I'm hoping the scene for 80 is quick. I'm a little worried I'm going to spend my entire time just working on that. And then I have the world's shortest turnaround time to complete the script for 80 and then storyboard it. So I'm hoping Monday I'll finish the script for 80. I'll do the storyboard for 80 either on Tuesday or Wednesday, so that way I can start working on it by Thursday. Because, like, I think is it Thursday that I'm. Hold on a second. Pages 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I think that's gonna be Thursday by that point. Yeah, I need to get all that ready in time for that, and then I have to do the script for 81, and, like, I don't even have anything for that. I mean, I have the scenario in my head, and it should be short because that's the major, that's the first really difficult fight scene with Dominique, and, like, I have to, like, think about how long that's gonna take. It should only take like a page to get through. I don't know if I want to add any extra scenes to it. So my major goal is just is to get up to the point in which it's at least revealed that it's her. I don't know. I just have to do something up to a specific point, and then I really don't know. I don't remember how long I expected this scene to take. Cause when I first was trying to draft out or guesstimate all the chapters, I didn't know how long this was supposed to take. All I know is that I guesstimate that this entire arc would be wrapped up by 95. And considering that it's been taking a little bit longer than that, I think at worst case scenario, it probably will wrap up between like 96, 97, 98, which is extremely bad, which means that I only have like 10 chapters by that point to conclude the Hurricane Brigade side of the story, which is not fun. I don't want to have to keep adding chapters. I want to be done with this by May at best. But like, I don't know. It really just depends on how long this takes. I'm almost like this close to I'm really this close to leaving out LaBelle's fight with Warren and Ivy, because I feel like it almost feels like it's not necessary, but I drew the costumes for them, so I feel like if I don't use it, I'm going to be mad at myself, and I saved all these like inspirations for the fight with Warren, and it makes me so mad. Ugh. I almost forgot about what I had in mind for the fight with Warren. Like, I barely remembered it like a month or so ago. I was like, oh yeah, there's all these things I had planned for that. Is there anything else that's on my mind? I realize I'm at like a little bit past the halfway point in this journal. I can't wait to get out of this journal. This is a really shitty journal. I mean, like the first so many pages of this journal, the pages were actually falling out of it. So I expect by the end of the journal, pages will be falling out of it again. I figure the reason why I haven't been experiencing that lately is because the middle pages are there's more adhesive in the center. I'm not really sure. All I know is I really don't like this book. It's a shitty book. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to switching back to one of those Michael's journals that they sell there, because I really like those. Alright then, that's as much as I can think of. I will see you in the next one.